Oh, hi, I Sailor Moon, and I Sailor Saturn here, or Sailor Ring World here, and today we're going to be talking about gatekeeping in the Sailor Moon followership. Now, gatekeeping means when you have followers who believe that they have the right to uphold made up oversights that are not true. Folks that believe they can tell you what to talk about, what to think about, and what to do. Now, gatekeeping might take many, many shapes. But we only got gatekeeped once, and this was a long time ago. So the one who did it is no longer around anymore. At one time there was a follower on here called Sailor Moon Fan Dubber, or Sailor Moon, lover speaker. And her thing was that that she thought that Sailor Earth, Ernest P. Worrell, being Sailor Earth, was a slight against Naiko Takiguchi, which at the end of the day, I don't see how it was. But that was her belief. It started out with her, being, with her now. Well, keep in mind that she formerly liked the Deacon Clivaway Sailor Moon, but then chose to like the Toei one instead. And this was before Viz. And, made a big deal about, me giving my thoughts on the Deacon Clivaway one. And any time that I would make any films on something that she didn't like, she would say, "Oh, do you want me to unfollow you?" Like her unfollowing me would be a big deal. Well, then it got worse, because she made a big deal about, Ernest P. Worrell, or Ernest being Sailor Earth, and thought that we were sliding Naiko Takiguchi when we were not. But that's what she believed. So she went on to make this whole film bitching and ranting about how, how we should not be doing this. There was no Sailor Earth. How could we be slighting Naiko Takiguchi and Toei? We didn't have any onlook for Sailor Moon. We didn't take anything earnest, blah, blah, whatever. Now, keep in mind that later on, she would say that she was sorry for everything she said in a follow-up film. And this may have been somewhere, I guess, in 2010 or 2011, or something like that. So, maybe even before that. It may have been like even early 2009, something like that. I don't know. But it was a long time ago. And I couldn't understand how someone would want to gatekeep us and think that, Ernest being Sailor Earth was some kind of bad thing or something. How it was a slight against Naiko Takiguchi and, Can I go on? Oh yes, you're right, Sailor Moon. At the end of the day, Ernest P. Worrell, or Ernest being Sailor Earth, was not a big deal. But to Sailor Moon Fan Dubber, or Sailor Moon Lover, speaker, she made a big deal out of something that was never meant to make a big deal out of. And started gatekeeping on us. Why? Who knows? And she had a lot of stuff going on in her life. But that didn't give her the right to do her gatekeeping behavior. And don't worry, she's no longer around anymore. She left Euro a long time ago. But it was so sad that she had to do that. To make me feel that I was, make Dwayne feel that that he was wrong for having Ernest P. Worrell or Ernest B. Sailor Earth, and that he was sliding Naiko Takiguchi and all that other stuff, which at the end of the day, I don't know where she got that from. I never understood that. Someone that took what we did on our Euro fairway back in the day and took it, and took it as if it was a bad thing. Now, if there are still folks out there that want to gatekeep on us, don't do it. And if you are going to gatekeep on us for having Ernest P. Worrell as Sailor Earth or whatever, you're just going to get hushed and locked and forbidden from our fairway. There was no ground, sake, or why for it. At the end of the day, it was sad. And that was the only time that Dwayne or anyone that he was ever gatekeeped in the Sailor Moon followership for having Ernest P. Worrell as Sailor Earth. Even though a lot of other folks out there, at the time, were backing us of Ernest being Sailor Earth. Well, Michael Loggy 86 at the time, Nick 2121. Well, they're no longer on Euro anymore. And there was folks like, Christopher, Christopher Smith, who was also very, backing of Sailor Earth Ernest being Sailor Earth. Back to you. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Saturn, or, at the end of the day, that was the only time that Dwayne was ever kept on the Sailor Moon followership for having Sailor Earth be a man and Sailor Earth be Ernest P. Worrell. Now, for some of you folks might not know Ernest P. Worrell, and some of you might know him, so anyway, don't worry about it anymore. Sailor Moon fan dubber or Sailor Moon lover speaker is no longer around anymore. This all happened years ago, and she's no longer around anymore, but it was the only time that ever dealt with gatekeeping in the Sailor Moon followership over, Sailor Earth. So anyway, if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. I, Sailor Moon Serena, and I, Sailor Saturn Ataru, or Sailor Ringworld. We'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.